Although Francesca Bridgerton has been an elusive character in both seasons of the hit Netflix show, she has quickly won hearts of adoring fans in the few appearances she has made. Hannah Dodd, the replacement actress set to play Francesca in Season 3, has recently shared that she's been feeling the pressure about meeting expectations in her new fan favorite role. Let's dive in. First things first, who is Francesca Bridgerton? Francesca is the sixth child in the Bridgerton family, the stars of the popular Netflix series that has taken the world by storm since 2020, and are based on the Regency-era romance novels by Julia Quinn of the same name. According to a character description released by Netflix, Francesca is a bit of a mystery within her chatty, extroverted family. She's an introvert, but she'll still go to society events whenever she's in town just to get along with the ton, even though she tends to confuse them with her dry wit and pragmatism. At the same time, her personality ends up drawing attention when she wants it the least, something we'll be exploring heavily when her book gets its dedicated season. Yep, that's right. Every season of Bridgerton revolves around one of the siblings in the Bridgerton family, just like the books. The first season focused on Daphne, the eldest Bridgerton daughter, and her romance with the aloof Duke of Hastings, which followed the first book, The Duke and I, while the second season went on to shine a light on the family's eldest son, Viscount Anthony Bridgerton, and his dynamic with the witty Kate Sharma, following the second book, The Viscount Who Loved Me. Francesca's love story features in Book 6, When He Was Wicked, where she falls in love with a playboy while being engaged to his brother. Wait, but what happened to Ruby Stokes? She had to go. Francesca only briefly appeared in just 2 episodes of Season 1, where she apparently spent most of her time in Bath with extended family. Then in Season 2, although she was at home this time, she was only seen in 3 episodes, just one more than the last. She even randomly disappeared after her 3rd episode, right after traveling to Aubrey Hall. But there was a reason the showrunners kept her out of the limelight. Francesca's actor, Ruby Stokes, had a leading role on another Netflix series, Lockwood & Co., and the 2 shows constantly had scheduling conflicts for filming. When Bridgerton got renewed for a 3rd season, Stokes had to pull out because she couldn't commit further. Although it's sad to see Stokes go, the good news is that we'll probably be seeing more of Francesca in Season 3. Even better, she'll now be played by Anatomy of a Scandal's Hannah Dodd. And how exactly does Hannah Dodd feel about her new role? In a recent interview with TVLine, Dodd shared that she felt a bit of pressure about playing a recast character in Bridgerton, especially knowing how much the fanbase adores the character. "I didn't know what I'd got myself in for," she shared, revealing that she's already read 6 of the Bridgerton books, starting from none other than Francesca's own book, When He Was Wicked. But she's super excited about the role at the same time. At the ATX Festival in June, Hannah Dodd shared her love for the books, especially Francesca's, about which she said that it's the perfect mix between the steamy and tortured storyline. "I'm something of a big Bridgerton fan, so I say bring the steaminess. But then I'm like, I don't want to do that. I want it for the people who see it, but actually doing it is pretty scary," she gushed. Hannah's been on Netflix before. She played young Sophie in the show Anatomy of a Scandal. She even was the lead on Lifetime's Flowers in the Attic, The Origin, and recently finished filming the Enola Holmes sequel alongside Millie Bobby Brown. Her first acting role was in Find Me in Paris, but when she was cast for the Bridgerton role, it was a huge deal for her. She wasn't even expecting it. "It's such a beautiful book, and she's such a beautiful character. I can't believe that I really get to play her," she said about the role. At the same time, Dodd knows how much this role means to adoring fans, especially if Francesca is going to have a larger role in the upcoming seasons. "I'm going to do my best," she promised in the interview. Similarly, when she got cast, she shared a photo on Instagram of the news with the caption, "Terrified, but also right under it, I'll work my socks off, I promise." So when is Season 3 coming out? Right now, we're not sure. The release date hasn't been announced yet, but we are one step closer now that filming and production has already started for the new season, which will be focusing on Penelope Featherington and her romance with the 3rd Bridgerton son, Colin. That means we can expect Season 3 to air on Netflix sometime around spring or summer 2023. The season will be based on Book 4, Romancing Mr. Bridgerton, which is the first time the series does not follow the order the book set out, skipping over Benedict's story for the time being. This means that Francesca Bridgerton's story can come more quickly, or later than expected. Either way, we're sure the showrunners will cement the mysterious Bridgerton's role in the series in the upcoming series, and give her just as much focus as they have on all the other Bridgerton siblings. We can't wait to see what they come up with. Now, moving on to other news. Phoebe Dynevor shares pics from India trip. Phoebe Dynevor, known for her iconic role as Daphne Bridgerton, went halfway across the world to none other than India. On her Instagram, she shared a few snaps she took in the country, where she visited the Taj Mahal in Agra and Humayun's tomb in Delhi. The pictures are beautiful, showing the historic landmarks. In the second picture, we can see Dinevor smiling radiantly in a white and blue outfit that complements the background architecture beautifully. She's also wearing a pretty scarf in tune with the customs of the area. Believe it or not, this wasn't the only country Dinevor flew to. In fact, it was just one stop on her world tour to various wonders of the world. The other pictures on her Instagram show the Bridgerton star visiting the Great Sphinx of Giza and the Great Pyramids of Egypt, including the Pyramid of Djoser. She also shared a few glimpses of the food she had during the tour, as well as her time in the desert. She beautifully has captioned the photo dump as a few from the past couple of months. Cairo to Delhi to Seoul. What a beautiful ride. Excited for you to see what we've made. Next, recasting Bridgerton's Simon Bassett is the talk of the ton. Hold up, say what? We know, we all love Regé-Jean Page in Bridgerton, where he played the Duke of Hastings, Simon Bassett, and we honestly couldn't imagine anyone else taking the role and pretending to be him. So is it true? To be honest, we're not sure. But if there's one thing Bridgerton fans love, it's a good rumor to keep them busy, especially after it was recently announced that Francesca has been recast as Hannah Dodd. And our favorite reformed Regency Playboys actor has said time and again that he would not come back for any more seasons. The question is being thrown at the showrunners, is this really the end of Daphne and Simon's story? The Duke of Hastings was nowhere to be seen in season 2, but he was mentioned frequently by Daphne, who still appeared multiple times. The season revolved around the eldest Bridgerton brother, Anthony, and his search to find a Viscountess. Considering he and the Duke were really good friends, Simon should have been there to at least give the Viscount some advice. Unfortunately, that didn't happen, but the show turned that problem into a huge opportunity. It focused on Anthony's relationship with his brother, Benedict, instead. As for the possible recasting, Regé-Jean Page has shown his full support for it. Although he's not coming back, he said that they're free to do as they like if they decide to bring the Duke back as a recurring character. Personally, we hope not. And last, but definitely not the least, Netflix sues Bridgerton musical creators for copyright and trademark infringement. It all started with a harmless question. What if Bridgerton was a musical? The answer, songwriters Abigail Barlow and Emily Baer produced the unofficial Bridgerton musical last year. Following Netflix's approval to distribute the project, the team, known as Barlow and Baer, won the 2022 Grammy Award for Best Musical Theater Album. But now, after they performed for-profit performances of the record, the streaming giant has launched a copyright infringement action, claiming that the producers have misused valuable intellectual property from the Netflix original series Bridgerton to develop an international brand for themselves. When the musical's songs were only available as excerpts on TikTok, Netflix voiced support for it, but the streaming behemoth drew the line when Barlow and Baer put on a sold-out concert at the Kennedy Center, complete with live renditions of their popular songs and visits by Broadway artists such as Kelly O'Hara and Danae Benton. The for-profit concert, tickets costing up to $149, competed with Netflix's own Bridgerton-themed live events and wrongly claimed to be authorized to use the Bridgerton brand. 3 days later, Netflix filed its lawsuit. And that's a wrap for this video. Do you think Hannah Dodd will do justice to Francesca? Let us know in the comments below. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. See you in the next one.